evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the Hobby Corner with your host, me, Kev. How you doing? Good evening. I hope you're well. A lovely mug of tea just to warm me up a bit because it's been getting a bit chilly again lately. But you know, British spring and all, it's a bit here and there, isn't it? So I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a fantastic week so far, or you know, just survived the week. However it is, we're here to spend our Friday night just chilling out, having a chat, and getting some hobby done. And I think if anything is going to be a unifying factor, it's the fact that we can all say that we're happy to be here to just chill and chat. So, without further ado, let's just have a look and see who's in the chat, shall we? Because it looks like we got some fantastic people here. So, starting off over right at the top, straight in is G the Hyper Sapien. How you doing, brother? We also got Distance Not Good with a wah. Haha, love it. We've got Mr. Gary Knox. We also have Total Nova. We've got Void Captain Bazooka coming in on his rocket ship. Who else we got? We got Pirate Cream Pickle. How's it going? Hope you're well. I'm just gonna increase this. There we go. So you should be able to hear me just a little bit better. Yeah, gotta love a bit of key. Yeah. Yes, drinking dirty water. It's always good. Full of chalk and everything. So yeah, I hope you're well. Let me know what you're all up to this evening as well. What are you working on? Have you got any projects on the go? Are you just having a little chill out session, or are you like in the midst of a painting deadline? Whatever you're doing, pop it in the chat below, and yeah, we'll get going, shall we? So, without further ado, let's just with the magic of the internet, go. Wait. There we go. Oh, there we go. You finished the boss claw. Nice. Very nice. You've been doing some great work on that, big boss, so well done, man. And that is the tea, nice and dead. Right, so I'm just going to move this, just going to move the mic as I move your souls. Okay, right, so we have these lot, which are mostly done. And of course, you would have seen by now pictures of this dude up on the Tinternet. I actually got a video on just like how to push it that little extra from the magazine, because of course in the premium kit, the first one, when you get the fleshy, of course they got quite a comprehensive painting guide, but it's just good enough to get them on the table and, you know, look all right. But I wanted to show ways of just taking it up a gear. So of course I had a lot of fun with this, I'm not gonna lie, and I just couldn't get the right photo on it, to be honest. So yeah, I'm not going to be achieving that level on the rank and file, just simply because it would take you forever to finish them. But I mean, what you're looking at is sort of like a good tabletop standards, kind of like that. You know, they look decent, the colors in all the right places, and it just needs a good base. So here's the other lot, and of course I forgot, it's not 10 of these that you get, it's 20. You get 20 of these sods. So I've got one more of these, and I've only done 5 of these, so I've got 15 more of them to do. And yeah, we're gonna smash it out as much as we can tonight. So let's just have a look. Sorting paints for next project and cleaning and sticking a new sheet on my. Oh, nice, very fancy. How can I make? You can make a wet palette quite easily. You just need any sort of sealable plastic tub, some tissue like kitchen roll, and just like put several layers in there, and then baking paper, and the baking paper is what you put the paint on, and it just gets enough moisture on it that it keeps the paints loose and moist, but it doesn't deteriorate from the moistness of it. And you just pour just enough water in there that the sponge, that the paper soaks it up. You know, the kitchen roll, it soaks up the water, and that's basically it. And then you just need to put new stuff in every week or so, just because, you know, it starts getting a bit mildewy. So there you go, easy peasy. Could do a whole video on it. Just chilling at the moment, got several projects to do, but can't achieve the motivation. Well, hopefully just sitting down with us will help refresh your batteries, and you'll feel ready to go again. Yes, thin sponge will do as well. Yeah. Or buy red grass. You know what? I'm tempted. I'm very tempted to purchase the red grass, because I've just heard nothing but good things, but it's not cheap, you know. Not cheap at all. Hey, beautiful people. Hey there, beautiful people. How you doing, me Foss? Hope you're well. I love Army Painter. Yeah, Army Painter is a cheap solution as well. All right, so let's get to it, shall we? So we'll get some music on. I don't even know if anything's playing at the moment. No, nothing's. All right. All right, I'll let you lot decide. List a genre you would like to hear tonight, and by popular demand or by quirkiness, whichever outranks the other. We'll experiment. So let me know what kind of music you want. Do you want something funky, something strange, something different, something cash, something chill, something rock and roll, a little bit of heavy metal, or, you know, K-pop, or whatever. Okay, right, so I know what I've got to do first with all of this. So I'm going to need my big, dirty, I need my big, dirty birdie brush. There we go. Rock something crunchy. Ooh, crunchy. Disco, polka. Oh, I love a bit of polka. Clog dancing. Hey G, you only get to choose one, okay? Don't be greedy. Right, hang on. Right, so as always, don't need any fancy gadgets, just get that, pop it there. So we're hitting them with Athonian Camouflage to start, just because, you know, gives that nice off flesh color. So I'm just gonna whack it all in to where it needs to go. This one's a bit more difficult because the wing actually goes on the ground, which is quite strange. But, you know, we'll get through it. We will get through it. And I'm not being too neat on the wings because there's no need to, because I'll be putting on a base paint later. So I just need to get this stuff on it quick. Just make sure I spread it around so it doesn't pull too heavy. And then we can move on to the next ones. Yeah, he don't look too happy, does he? He looks hungry for some flesh. All right, so let's have a look and see if we got any of those. Something with bass. Yeah, let's do. You know what I haven't heard in ages? Like some drum and bass. Let's do it. This just reminds me of growing up on my estate, and like you'd have people blaring it out on their car stereos, like, and the windows would shake and rattle from the bass. Like, I'm not talking about the windows on the cars, I'm talking about the windows on the house, you know. This brings back memories. Ah, dude. There was always that one person fixing their car in the yard, you know, like leaving oil everywhere and old fuse cards. I can't put Nightwish on. Unfortunately, I can't put any bands or anything on YouTube because unless I'm paying directly to use them through licensing and everything, you get stricken for that. So, which is a big shame. I think for the longest time you could use Spotify on Twitch actually, but then I think there was some legal reasons for one reason or another, but then they stopped it, and I don't know if they've been able to have Spotify on there again, or if it's just, you know, it hasn't gone back yet. I don't know, I haven't used Twitch in a while. I've just gone back into Hey, Different Good TV, how you doing, bro? Oh no, it's coming out. It's coming out already. Put a bit of drum and bass on, and I start slipping back into the lingo. Oh dear. Oh dear. You can take the Kev out of the cancel estate, but you can't take the cancel estate out the Kev. Right. Got all the bits of the wings. Don't want to miss anything. Oh, I'm going off camera with doing that, sorry. Here we go. I think that's a better angle. Just so I can see, otherwise I got the camera right, like, under my nose. Just gotta be careful I don't keep knocking it there. Great thing about this stage as well is You know, as long as you make sure that you get good coverage, you can rush it out. I've got Shane's pubic fuzz as well. His butt hair as well. Lovely. Oh, oh dear. Oh dear. Right. There we go. Make sure I've got both sides of the clip. In the gaps there. Job done. Sweet. Easy peasy. THCKFM. Yo, welcome to THCKFM. We're bringing it back down to Norfolk High Street. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bringing you the sickest beats and the sickest bass straight down to your eardrums. Speaking of drums, it's a drum and bass. Yeah, I'm throwing shade from Cancel Estate Corner. Oh dear. That's what it's all about, man. It's good to mix it up now and then, you know, like it can be a bit repetitive listening to the same stuff. And you know, like when you're a teenager and you're trying to fit in at school and you sort of fall into a crowd and you all listen to the same stuff and it's all like, yeah, everything else is a load of rubbish and yeah, you know, and then like sort of when you get closer to the end of school or when you sort of get into college, you start finding your identity a bit more, and you start liking the stuff that you liked before you started high school again, you know, or you start liking new stuff that you wouldn't have been acceptable in that crowds that you were hanging out in, you know, because you were too busy worried about how everyone would react. We all go through that phase. That's why, like, the majority of people who are in this hobby as well, like they phase out during their teen times and then they fall back into it once they get into like college and uni and that, because it's a good hobby. And at that time you're not really too worried about trying to impress people, you're more into, like, you know, enjoying yourself. So yeah, it's always good to keep it mixed up, refresh your palate, you know, whether that's through music, food, company you keep, things you do, the hobbies you do. Keep it fresh. Gotta keep it fresher than a Subway sandwich. I love this dude. Like, he's just walking around with half a corpse, you know, like just to bludgeon someone with it and go, hey, that's my meal. Oh dear. What's cracking? I've never heard anyone say it was cracking. Good effort though. Good effort. I think it's D&D is seriously getting to us all. Yeah, man. It's your ish. Oh wow, man. You like the hip hop, the hippity, the hip hop, but don't stop or nothing. I always trip up on that. I'll put it on the skeleton, why not? Oh yeah, I just remembered, like, when I built this one, like, you know, you're supposed to put like a skull on there because it's supposed to be a skeleton impaled upon like the spikes that protrude, but I thought, nah, you know what? I put one of the spare flesh eater quartz heads on the skeleton, so it looks like a really badly starved cannibal is just stuck there forever, tormented. That's what you get for trying to steal his lunch. This really shouldn't have taken me this long to shade it. I think I'm being too precise now. It's crack-a-lacking. Oh no. No. Carrying around his dead arm. There you go. That's what you tune in for, yeah? A little bit of paint, a little bit of laugh, a little bit of dark humour in the narrative. Oh dear. Look, I keep hitting that darn camera, you know what? Sorry. I'm changing the angle again, just so I don't keep whacking it. There we go, there's another one done. That was quicker. Got less details to do. A little bit of coffee group. Oh, I am Groot. Nah, you know what? Nothing will ever beat Glaswegian Groot. That's it. Glaswegian Groot is the best Groot there is, because he sounds menacing. You know, you don't want to mess with Glaswegian Groot. Anyways, you know my style. I like to shade heavy because that's just how I do it. That's how I roll. So, I'm not too worried about it being too heavy as long as it's not pooling. But my goodness, is this going to take a little while. Let's get this. Knock these out, man. Let's get his hands. There we go. Well, the good thing about the rank and file chaff is that no one will look too closely at them, you know? There we go. Just get some super glue on that foot just to hold it on the base. A leprechaun Groot. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're very naked. Butt out and everything. Like, they have big old bushy tufts of hair to cover up their bits. Green really brings out the cheeks, it does indeed. Oh yeah, a real close look, did you? Got the old there you go. Look how flat. He ain't got no butt. It's just all crack. All crack and no cheeks. And there's this little tuft. You know, they kind of remind me of you know the old man. I don't know if anyone's watched. Oh, you probably have. If you haven't, where's your life been? But in The Life of Brian, you got the old man who's been hiding out in the hole in the ground, doing his like thing of staying silent, and he's butt naked, and he's just got that long beard that covers his piss. That's basically what they look like. Oh, it wouldn't stick down. You are a sod. Stay down. Here's a little tip. Bit of water. You don't need activator. Just use a bit of water. Get the worst stuff. As long as it's damp enough. You can also use your spit. But it reacts with the glue. And boom. Oh, I've taken too much water off. Hang on. Let's just demonstrate it. I took too much. I took too much water off, and now the glue is gone. Alright, it's supposed to work. Basically, it's supposed to just react with the water, and then it cures faster. And I know people, they buy activator, but I mean, essentially, it's just fancy water. Now, let's see. There you go. See, so don't waste your money on activator. You could just literally use water, just wet it, even your spit, just lick your finger, wipe the surface you want the glue to set, and then boom, job done. You only really need activator for stuff that takes longer, like PVA. You can get something to make PVA set faster. Do it. There we go. See, there's another free lesson. Alright, let's get this done. Let's get these done. I want to get these done because I really want to start working on other stuff. I've got some really cool stuff to do. I've got more of the epic scale stuff to do. So, you know, big thanks again to Dan from 11th Legion for sorting me out on that. Now, I've done all the tanks now, but I've got an endless supply of bikes. And I've got so many troops I don't know what to do with, so got loads to do there. I've got another awesome random project to do. Something was sent in to me from a fan of the show, and yeah, it's completely left field for me, so I've never done anything like it before. So I'll be looking forward to that. So, you know, I'll drop more hints later on. And of course, I've got to catch up on all my Mortal Realms stuff for the playthroughs and that. So in a couple of weeks, we'll be doing a playthrough with these Flesh Eater courts. So, you know, I'm gonna need these bad boys all painted up and ready to go. I really don't want to to all end up like a massive marathon that I'll fail at again, like it did with Conquest. Before before Indomitus dropped, like, oh my days, 9 days straight live streaming to try and get everything painted, and I just didn't even get to finish blocking in the main colours. That was terrible. I mean, I got tons built in that time. I got everything built for the Space Marines, like nothing for the Noble lot, because that was just going to be too long. But yeah, I don't want to end up in that position again. Hey Goblin, how you doing? Hope you're well. You shooting someone? Oh dear. Yeah, it's all about butts, man. You're such a British barbecue guest. Oh, thanks. I think. I have no idea what that actually means, by the way. Like, what the hell is a barbecue guest? Every time you look up, it's Craxy. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely fun. I couldn't do it again because the little picnic table that I had has been destroyed. There were some chilly nights as well, and I don't think my neighbours were too happy with me sitting out in the porch outside my house, loudly laughing and talking away to myself on online while I'm building war dollies. Taking a break from Mortal Realms, doing Gorzag, then Cursed City. Ooh, nice. Cheers, Gary. You just give off those vibes. Do you go to many? Not really. That's not to say I don't do barbecues, but in my entire lifetime, I could probably count the amount of barbecues I've had on 2 hands. So. I've helped out a couple of times actually on like the big barbecue setups for like there was this school just down the road from my grandparents, and they would do like fundraisers every so often, and every summer they'd get out this massive barbecue which was like 4, well actually it was two of those massive steel drums, but they were cut like barrel drums, and they were cut in half and turned up, and from end to end it would just be all the guys that were available that weren't working on the stalls to sell stuff getting drafted to like just take turns to flip the burgers and, you know, turn the sausages and stuff. And you you couldn't do it for too long because, you know, like how in British weather, like it doesn't matter how much planning you do, you're always subject to the weather, and there are always days in a year that it will pee down, like Glastonbury. Glastonbury is the same date pretty much every year, and every year there's a downpour without fail. Well, this fundraiser always has like one of the hottest days of the bloody year. So, you know, you're there for 2 hours tossing the burgers and turning the sausages and everything, and you come away, you're just bright red from like the excessive heat cooking your face, and then being under the sun. Those are good times, man. And then you just swap out with someone, like, and then that's it. You just like enjoy your free burger or sausage. Job done. Go knock over some coconuts. Get some face paint done, you know, all that stuff. Have a look, see. Got the voice, the looks, the attitude. Nice. Who you trying to chat up? Huh? Yeah, that's right. I'm talking to you. There's a Kev. Kevs are everywhere. We are Legion. That's it. Oh dear. This reminds you of summer. Yeah, man. Yeah, barbecue food is some of the best food. It really is. Hey, Mr. Immersive Warcrafter, Worldcrafter. I was gonna say Warcrafter. The Immersive Worldcrafter, Mr. Kev, Old Man Kev, aka the other sexy Kev. How you doing? Hey, Boffnet, how you doing, bruv? Sorry, that's the West London of me coming out with this R&B. R&B? It's not R&B. It's drum and bass. D&B. Boom. Yeah, too. Can't be trusted. English barbecue is just to cremate. No, not if you do it right, man. I'm the only one whose family barbecue consists of alien talk, sexist jokes from the uncles, and lifting the whole family up with 4 people using 2 fingers. I mean, well, that's one way to spend the barbecue, I guess. No, my British barbecues is all about trying not to get the barbecue wet if it rains, trying to keep the wasps away from attacking you, and try not to get too drunk while operating the barbecue and burning everything. Oh, and always making too much. Too many burgers, too many sausages, too many chicken wings, whatever. You always got too much food left over. And you'd think, there can never be too much meat. No, there's always too much left over in a British barbecue. We get too excited about doing a barbecue, you know? They're like, yeah, we can finally barbecue, let's do it. We get out those cheap little disposable ones that don't last long enough. We get ridiculous amount of foods that we can't cook in that time, but we do it anyway. It's madness, man. Ooh, the bass on this. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hang on, there's another crack for you guys. You know, I'm just just for your benefit, right? Just for your benefit, because I know we got some fans of the crackage, right? So just gonna line up the butt cracks for you. There you go. It's an army of butt cracks. So weird. You get up to some weird stuff. Always a bad thing. Whoa. There we go. Making a massive dent in this now. And after this, got even more exciting painting to do. Got dry brushing. Wait! Right. There we go. Oh, missed that bit. Missed anywhere? Nope. Good. There we go. Army of the stanky butts. Got any jungle in the mix? I don't know, man. It's just drum and bass playlist. It's all mixed up. I don't know if there's any of that in there. Man, you lot are proper chatting tonight. Sheesh. I'm struggling to keep up. It must be the change of pace, you know? Good company, some sick beats, and some naked butts. That's all you need for flying convo. Ah, you sack of soddingness. It's alright. I'm not too fussed. I could just hold it by a spike. There we go. They really got an accentuated groove for their butt cracks, haven't they? Like they really, the sculptor really wanted to put emphasis on the fact that they had their butts out. There we go. Blood for the blood god. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, blood for the blood god is so much fun to use. So put it on a palette, definitely, right? But just keep in mind that it does set quite quickly. Okay. You have options. Okay, you could put Blood for the Blood God straight on, and when you apply it with a brush, it comes out like a smudge. You know, it's more thinner than you'd think it would be, because when you go on the brush, it's like a big old lump, right? So when you put it on a surface, just use it to sort of mark where you want more, and then you can just keep going back and adding it, and just dab it. You just dab it on to build it up, and then you can just streak it down in whichever way you want, or do patterns with it. Also, by putting it on a palette, you can change the tone of it. So if you want a darker, more congealed look, then I'd say throw in a little bit of Nuln Oil or Egrex Earthshade if you want it to go a bit browner. And that gives different effects. Really, it's quite cool. And there's another technique you can do. So I don't know if you heard of Yoo-hoo glue, but it's like a wood glue, but it's also good for ceramics and stuff like that. Very stringy glue. I'm sure there's plenty of other things out there that you know, that's similar. But essentially, that you can mix a little bit of that in with the Blood for the Blood God, and you could do like, you know, the really stringy blood. It's quite difficult to do, and it'll take you a few goes, and you don't want to use your brush to do it. You want to use like a cocktail stick or something, because it'll absolutely wreck your brush. But it gives some awesome effects. I actually got something that has that. So here you go. Like stringy cheese, that's right. Yeah, so like there you go. Like I did that technique with the Yoo-hoo glue over here. I don't know if you see that. But that's the kind of effect you get. But you just have to remember that even though it's nice and stringy, it sets real quick once you mix that bit of glue in it. So you have to work fast. So you kind of got to have a rough idea of what you want to do, and then you just go for it. Oh, there you go. That's the angle. Look at that, lovely. It's just like a nice little gory effect to add. Thank you, Gary. I mean, PVA doesn't really string as much. Yeah, it doesn't really go like mozzarella. You know, like melted mozzarella. It goes really stringy. Yeah, and then like once it cools down, then it starts to snap. It's the similar thing with Yoo-hoo glue. It's really stringy, but PVA won't give you that effect. If anything, it might go a bit cloudy as well. So, oh, okay. Well then, there you go. Bothnet's proving me wrong. I haven't had such luck with PVA. That's why I wasn't recommending it. But if you can get PVA to work, do it. This is so much cheaper. It doesn't set as fast, so you got a bit more time to work with it. So yeah, if you can make that work, do it. 100%. Boom. Right, we're almost done with all this Athonian Camoshade nonsense. Oh, he looks like he hasn't slept in a while. You know what? I'm actually going to keep that heavy around his eyes. It's kind of sick. Okay, last one. Got way too much going on this one. Should have gone for the simpler builds. I don't know why, but I went for the options that had more detail on them. But hey, yeah, that would be fun to paint. I got to paint 20 of them. Yeah. Dingbat. Right, I've got it all. Yeah. Cool. Sweet. There we go. Job done. Should we want a pizza? I wouldn't recommend it, no. Be a bit patient and again build a peak. Let it set a bit, then build another peak. Then it strings. Ah, that's why. Yeah, but if you use Yoo-hoo glue, it's like a fraction of the time. Alright, Gary, you have a good night, man. Oof. Keep knocking it. Right, I might have a solution to knocking this camera constantly. Ugh. As we go. Oh. Right, so that's all that done. Close the shade, don't need that anymore. So let's just double check that it's all dry, because the next stage requires it to be dry. There might be some mist areas, but I'm not too fussed about that. It's still drying off. How about any of these dry? No, they're still drying. So I can't do the dry brush stage yet. So what we can do is experiment a little bit then. We have Yoo-hoo glue. I'll use one of these. And we've got PVA as well. I haven't used this PVA in a while, so it might be a bit stuck. Right, we just need a little bit of that. And we've got a little bit of Yoo-hoo glue. Alright. I don't think you can see it too well. You see the difference there? Yoo-hoo glue's the stinky one over there, and then you got that. Now, where's my clippers? Hey, there we go. Just cut the tips off this. There we go. Right, where's me blood for the blood god? Blood for the blood god, skull for the skull throne. Yes, that's a good one. Right, so here we go. Look, get a dollop of it in there. Whoa! Right, that stuff's stringy as it is on its own, right? So we got blood for the blood god, we got the PVA, and we got the Yoo-hoo glue. Now, big bit of that, mix it in with the Yoo-hoo glue, and instantly you get the stringiness, right? See? You got to work fast with it because it'll start setting quick and then it starts snapping. I think it just reacts with the medium, but there you go. And look, oh, look at that goriness. Yeah, look, I just ripped out some organ, or you know, like some gene seed, whatever. There you go, job done. Maybe I shouldn't have put so. Now let's mix a bit with the PVA. Oh wow! Oh, the PVA just went like paste. Maybe I need more PVA in there. A bit more blood. It's not really stringing. So you either get this weird gritty paste sort of texture, or it, you know, you get like thinned down paint kind of like texture. So it hasn't quite worked out. But I mean, I suppose like if you want the quick stringy effect, you could do the Yoo-hoo glue and then use the PVA for more like immediate, someone's brains got, you know, dashed about sort of look. Yeah. So that's like the leftover bit when the main carcass is being dragged off and you just got some of the insides laying about. And this looks like, you know, like an organ's just been pulled out. There you go. So there you go, there's the live experiment. Ah. I need a biscuit now. Alright, Splatter. Sorry, I'm eating a ballroom. Paint splatter is real easy. Messy as heck, but it's real easy. So you need an old brush, yeah, that you don't really care about, and you load it up, right, like that, and you can just do this, and it will do absolutely nothing. But what you should do is this: flick it. Make sure you have the paint sort of dipped in the direction you, the paintbrush that you want. Make sure you point the paintbrush where you want the paint to go. Don't hold it up like that because then it will just shoot up everywhere, right? So you load it up, point the brush where you want it to go, and you just flick away. Like I said, it's messy as heck, but there you go. Got your blood splatter. Easy peasy. And then, like, you know, like if you want, and then just could drag like a messy brush over, so it looks like someone's just had something smashed and then swiped over to the side. Or an old there you go. Old brush here. You can actually use a brush if you want. Like that. Sort of do two opposite L shapes, and then you could do lines protruding like that. Doesn't have to be neat or whatever. I messed that one up. Hang on, let me do that again. So you got your thumb. You get your fingers in there. And then you could just build it up, and then what we could do is with that old messy brush, let me just dry it quick. Boom. Like that. Just use the brush to swipe down. It's like someone's hand printed on it, and then they've just slid their hand away. And then of course you can just like, you can add like a big splatter like that, and then you can pull it away down like that, just lightly. So you can get all kinds of effects with it, just using little techniques here and there. And then boom. So I hope that helps. I might actually cut that out and release it as a separate video. Yes, that's a very good way of using the old brushes, and you can use them for stippling as well then. So yeah, easy peasy. So yeah, I do hope that helps. And can we just like take a second to admire this tune? It's pretty cool. You should sell. Right, so what's the blow with a straw? Yeah, I don't think it's too thick to blow with a straw, really. Unless, oh, you've seen someone blow. Oh, okay. Yeah, use airbrush because you get more like pressure come out then. Yeah, it would take ages if you used it. So yeah, I mean, should I just keep it as like the background for taking pictures of the flesh eaters? Okie dokie, okie dokie. Right, we've had our fun with that. Can we do the dry brush? Yeah, I'll do it. So I got old ceramite because I mean it's kind of dry, but it's brilliant because of its stage, because it's so congealed. I only have to add a little bit of medium to it now and then, just to, you know, when I mix it in, it's all dandy. But it's perfect for dry brushing. So get me a nice dry. work off the worst of it on a bit of paper. And then we do the THC method. Rubbing off your knuckles like that. So you know that it's good to go. And we hit it hard. Well, actually we don't hit it hard. Be as gentle as you can because there are lots of flimsy bits, but you know what I mean. I love doing dry brush, it's so satisfying. It's my favourite technique, and gets a lot of stick, you know, for being like a shortcut and that, but it's a proper full-fledged painting technique in its own right, you know. Look at that, looks great already, doesn't it? You need to take a line up of the old butt cheeks. No. Yeah. When I created the channel's name all that time ago, right? The whole THC abbreviation didn't click really until I went to do a logo and I put THC down rather than the hobby corner, because of course I'd had a look to see, you know, if anyone taken the hobby corner as a name, and one person did many years ago, but it was a shop, so that didn't really count. And then there was this other person who had used hobby corner as their YouTube channel, but they stopped doing YouTube years ago. And I did message them and they said, yeah, take the name, it's all cool. So I did. But yeah, then I put THC down, and of course I had the colours and everything, right? Everything's in green, and I was like, I hope this doesn't get the wrong crowd. People are going to be coming in on my my live streams going 420 and I'm gonna be like, it's not that kind of channel. I'll tell you what though, if anyone was high while watching my show, they'd be zenned out, guaranteed. Look at that. See, the musculature comes out really nice. That'd take you a while to do if you were layering it. Dry brush, get it done quick. Not just quick, but quick. Let's get your face. Alright, do you think alien disclosure is coming soon? No! All UFOs are just experimental aircraft, that's it. UFO just means unidentified flying object. Why it's got an alien connotation to it is just, you know, because people were allowed to get carried away with it. I honestly don't think there's been any alien activity whatsoever. I mean, the maths is there. You know, the chances of alien life being in the same galaxy, let alone within reach of us, is very small. And then you got to factor in whether or not their civilization exists in the same time as ours, you know, because for all you know, there could have been civilizations millions of years ago that have risen and fallen, or civilizations that have not yet even begun yet. So it's, you know, I don't think we will ever, not in the next couple of 100 years, maybe not even the next 1,000 years, I don't think we'll find proper sentient life. But you know, that's just me. Leave it out, Kev. Because green and black, you know, it's my favorite color combination. That's why I chose it. Well, let me have a quick look at the. I'm just gonna have a quick look on. Did you send it on Facebook? I think you did. So I was just catching up on the chat, so it takes a moment sometimes. You have a good night though, Nova. Take care. Oh my god, so much random stuff. You know, I'm not gonna get I'm not gonna get anything painted at this rate. Right, what did he do? Hang on, let's have a look, see. We can look together. No, not that one. There we go. Alright, here we go. Let's have a look. So, that's his attempt. Mr. Nova, that's his work so far. Hey, he's done alright with it. He could do with just splashing more of the blood for the blood god in between on the actual thing as well, because you'd imagine when you smash it into something it'd just spray across the actual shaft of the weapon there. But it's come along nicely. That's the other bits that he sent before. Yeah, that claw looks really good. He's got that just right with the little streaks going on there. So yeah, that's really cool. There we go. Hey, the Bard, how you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a bit. Hope you're well. Don't mind the people in the chat. They've all just been huffing their glue a bit too much, and they're going down the rabbit hole at the moment. What are you up to tonight? There you go, for fans of the big old butt cracks. I think I'm gonna have to snap this off the base. I didn't put much glue on it. There we go. Yeah, that's it. It's all coming together now. Still can't figure out how to leave comments. Oh dear. To be fair, YouTube have moved the comments a couple of times in the last few months. So like normally it was just under the video, then it got moved to the bottom of the page, and then it got moved back up again, and then it got moved down again. And I think it depends on what browser you're on, or if you're on the app now. So keep moving the goalposts. There we go. I think that is that covered enough. Yep. Alright, are these drying? They are. Cool. So these get the same treatment. Get the dry brush of Corax white on them. And it transforms them so quickly. I'm not going to do a heavy dry brush on them, because even though I'm going to be adding Pallid Witch Flesh later on as a highlight, I still want them to look grubby, you know? There we go. Oh, I give that back a stretch. Is it 20 past 9 already? Blimey. Way, Nova, being an absolute star there. Thank you so much. You have a good night, mate. What's this? If you have to be in a band with me and G, what would we be called? Well, because you're Goblin Crafts, you can be. We can call you and G the Hyper Sapien the G's, so we can be called G's and THC's. The G's and THC's. What we got here? BBQ. Oh, nice. Into Space Wolf Riders. Oh, that's a good idea, man. It's a good idea. The ghoul cheeks. Evan the conspiracy theorist. Oh, that's good, man. That's good. I have yet to do that myself. To go back to the Conquest stuff. I just don't have the time. You know. Pretty sure. MC Kev Grind. A terrible band name. No. Well, if you could come up with something better than the G's and the THCs, then, you know, be my guest. The joke's on you anyway, because I can't play an instrument. unless you can, unless you count drums on Guitar Hero. Which I haven't played in so long. I went through like 2 drum kits because I was just hammering them so hard. And they were not cheap. Hey, Gunstar Hero! How's it going, man? Good to see you again. Hope you are well. Let us know what you're up to tonight. We've done quite a few things, like discussing how to use Blood for the Blood God in different ways to achieve different effects. Like, you know, if you want to make like weird sort of like entrails, or you want like splattered blood or handprints or whatever, or spatter. That was good fun. That was off the fly. Using glue and stuff, it was good fun. No Prime Wolf Riders yet. An awesome art sugar. Ah, nice. When I first saw you, Kev, I thought, I don't know Jack. Said, wow. I don't know if I should be offended by that, or yeah, I don't know. Hyper Sapien Goblins in the Corner. That's a long name though. Hyper Sapien Goblins in the Corner, talk about conspiracies, ain't a disorder, sniffing glue in the morning while dodging the law and order. You could put triangle. Wow. Oh, days. Yeah, we've got some interesting effects going on there, so... Why is my phone pinging? No reason why. Oh, you know, like when you mute a chat, right? And you mute it for like so long. Like this one, I mute for like 24 hours, and then you forget about it, and then like all of a sudden you're just about your business, and you just get bing, 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 bing. you end up with like 100 messages, and you're like, ah, damn it, gotta mute again. There we go. Got to dry brush that booty, dry brush the booty, booty. Oh, playing Diablo 3. I haven't played Diablo 3. I'm gonna be honest, right? Big fan of the first two. I played them till like the discs didn't work anymore. Really enjoyed them. And they set me up for getting involved with more role-playing games later on. But yeah, I never got into Diablo 3. I think it was just the wrong timing when it came out. I might give it a go one day. Is it still going strong? Or has it sort of fizzled out a bit now? It's DA. I don't think they got my number, but yeah. You never know, it could be. Kev on the barbecue chatting to the lads about his stringy glue. Yeah, that's it. Modelling for Advantage, how you doing, mate? I hope you are very well. Look at all these beautiful, beautiful people in the chat tonight. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, every one of you, for tuning in. Really appreciate it. All great company. We have a good laugh and a chill out. Chill out sesh. Mozzarella glue. Yeah, that's it. Just want the bins. Who wants the bins put out? No. I got ya. I got ya. No, it wasn't the missus. And our bins go out on a Wednesday, so you know. There you go. There's some THC Kev trivia for you. Bins go out on a Wednesday. Note that down. It might come up in a quiz one day. Yeah. That's looking good. I don't want the dry brush to be too consistent, because then when I put the other stuff on top, you know, you get a nice variation going on there. So still good for coming out, and they're remastering too. Wow. On the inside, Goblin. On the inside. You go. You know what's weird, right? Is because of the quirk of where I live, literally, just round the corner, everyone on that side of the hill that I live on gets their stuff collected on a Tuesday, which throws me off sometimes, because I'll be walking up to the shop and I'll see the bins and I'll be like, ah no, I forgot to put the bins out, and then I have to remind myself, no, actually we get ours the day after. But it's so weird, like seeing everyone else's bins out and then your street is just, that you don't bother until the day after. I don't even think we live in the same part of the world, Goblin. If we did, that would be interesting. Why are aliens naked? I don't know. Who says they are naked? If alright, hypothetical. Okay. Let us assume aliens are a thing. Okay, this is the hypothetical. Aliens are a thing, right? And the sightings were real. Okay. What makes you think that those aliens were naked? For all you know, they could have been wearing a suit, and that's why they got the funky eyes and the weird skin. Or wear a thong. Shrewsbury, yeah, you're miles away from me, mate. I'm in High Wycombe, so I'm in Buckinghamshire, miles away from Shrewsbury. Oh, I can't. You know what? I am in. It's so weird, but I really am enjoying this playlist. It's a nice palate cleanser, you know. It's got some dirty bass tunes in there as well. Yeah, sorry to disappoint. Explain why our bins go at the same time. I don't know, aliens? Hang on, give me a second. It was aliens. It was aliens. Oh dear. There you go. That's why our bins go at the same time. Oh dear. Ah, can't believe Pickle abandoned you. How dare he have a social life online when he's got a lonely wifey waiting for him. Sorry. Yeah, even if I was a stoner, I couldn't afford to be one. The economy's just too bad. That would probably mellow the wife out a little bit. You know what? Instead of actually painting, I could just like sit here and chat to you lot. Like, I'll have a good time doing it. Right, I've got a bit of cotton bud left. Let's just soak up that excess shade at the base. Some of these are not dried yet. Annoyingly, because it means I've got to slow down with the dry brush. I'm just loving the stuff that's going on in the chat, and between G Goblin and Void Captain, the nonsense that's going on at the moment is something else entirely. Aliens put their bins out. Who knows? Who knows? Just to talk about, yeah, barbecues, weed, aliens, and butt cracks on cannibals. Oh dear. I think you lot are having too much fun in the chat right now. That is one thing that's a shame about this format. Yeah, I love doing the live stream because, you know, there's a lot of back and forth. You know, we all have a good time. I share some tips and ideas and thoughts and stuff. It's great, but if we could actually hear each other chatting right now, I think the conversation would be a lot more fluid, and I'd be a lot more responsive, because I do feel like sometimes I'm not keeping up enough with the chat, and you know, there's a lot of stupid stuff going on in there that I'm missing out on. Because normally I'm the one antagonizing the chat. So I think I've got to work out some kind of hobby hangout at some point. Never know, maybe I might launch my own Discord one day, because you know there ain't enough of those knocking about at the moment. Actually, I'm not even gonna lie yet. I've had a Discord server created like a year and a half ago, and I've never used it because I haven't looked into how to set it up. I rarely have enough time to do social media as it is. Like, I just can't commit the time that needs to running it. But just having it just so I could do hobby hangouts, you know, it's very tempting. Hey Bazza, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Let us know what you're working on. Yeah, man, I really do. You gotta send me a message when you are doing a hobby hangout. Let me know, man. Yeah. dear. Oh, yeah. You know what? Oh man, Patreon is like the biggest lie there is for content creators. Right? It is such a lie. It's got all that false promise there, you know? Yeah, you can get people sign up, you can list all the benefits of being signed up, you can do extra content or exclusives and everything. And that's all great. But not a lot of people use Patreon anymore. Let alone in the first place. It's quite an isolated thing, you know? Unless you're already involved in Patreon, people rarely ever go to it. And like, I went through all the trouble of trying to sort out like bonuses and like a timetable to do them and everything like that. And I spent a lot of time doing it, and then like I launched a Patreon, made a big fuss about it all, and yeah, no one bothered with it, which was a bit of a shame. But you know what? I prefer people using the affiliate links now anyway, because you know you're getting what you want. There's no pressure on me to provide that extra content that I haven't really got time for. And you know, at the same time, we both benefit. You know, it's like you go on the Element Games link and you're getting yourself hobby supplies anyway, so why not hit the link and I get a bit of help from it, and that way you can show your support. And I think that's a much better trade-off. You know, it doesn't cost you anything, and yeah. And it's the same for the Forbidden Planet link as well, especially if you're doing those magazines. Which is the point, I got a video out tomorrow on an update on the Mortal Realms as well. It was supposed to be out 2 days ago, but I accidentally deleted it. So you got plenty of friends, Pirate Queen. Don't worry about it. OnlyFans is the way forward. Again, that's another platform that started off with good intentions and then it's gone down the pan, hasn't it? It's notoriously for sort of more adult content than actual supporting content creators now. Kind of like how Twitch started to go. Only probes. Oh, well done. Well done. I think that won the internet today. Oh dear. You got mates. Everyone here's got mates. We're all mates here. Hey, Pirate Queen Pickle, since you sent me those bags of sweets, I've considered you a good friend, so... That's all it takes. Bribe me with a bag of sweets and you can call me a friend for life. Oh dear. Alright, so what am I doing now? There it is. Done that and done that. Okay, pick out some details. Groovy. Now we're getting into actual painting territory. Let's get a good brush. Yeah, I'll use this one. Always comes down to the bins, doesn't it? Okie dokie, right, so we've got some Mechanicus Standard Grey and we're going to be picking out the claws with that and all the toenails as well. So I'm not even messing around with a small brush either, I'm going full tilt, size 2. All the spikes, yeah. All the spikes. There we go. I'll try and keep this paint flowing as well. It's nice painting something that isn't all armor, you know? Get so used to painting power armor or Stormcast Eternal armor, and it's nice having something with more organic textures, you know? So, I know I keep going on about palette cleansers when it comes to like music and stuff, but it goes the same with actual painting, you know? You need to have those palette cleansers, otherwise you sort of you just get bored of painting what you're painting and then you burn out from it. There we go. Lovely. Right. What are we going? We're still going on about bins now. Oh, bin juice is the worst, yeah. Wow. Okay. Still talking about bins. Well, this chat has really gone on the rubbish heap. Huh? Toesies. Right. You know, I'm not gonna bother painting their claws, to be honest. There's really no need. I'm just gonna... All I have to do is really paint the, if they got rocks in their hands like this one. Oh no, that's a skull. Okay, whoops. Let's rub that off. There we go, there's a rock. There we go. Easy peasy. This one's got a rock as well. Yeah, now we're really starting to make progress now. Just painting what you need to, not what you want to. Keep it simple and gets it done. That doesn't mean I won't, you know, like one day come back to it. I highly doubt I will. Highly doubt I will. You know, just to touch up or whatever, make it better. I don't think so. No need for these dudes. I don't have pedal bins. I had a pedal bin and the pedal broke off and then never got one again. They've all got bone jutting out from them, but that's it. Okay, cool. Alright, so now I move on to Dryad Bark. Yes, Dryad Bark. Right. Now we're going to get to those cracks. Got to paint his little furry tuft. Got to be real careful when painting this shade of brown around this area, because you know, if you make any slip ups, it's gonna look like someone didn't wipe properly, so we don't want that. It's already kind of dubious where the fur is anyway. Got a little bit between his legs there as well. Lovely. No clots hanging off there. Right. Okay. Is there any others? No. So what I've got to get? hair, leather straps. Okay. Apparently this is their hair. Always padlock your bins. No, I'm not doing any. I'm not doing any of that. No. No clots. It's not a sheepdog. Right, and then get this, because this would be a leather strap as well, so just paint that in as well. There we go, lovely. Doesn't have any more straps or tufts of hair. It's just got that long bit dangling down there. There we go. It's one down. Only 14 more to do. No chocolate starfish. Oh my days, what are you not on about? Well, I'm glad you stayed longer, G. Oh dear. That was a good album, Goblin. Jeez. You're all nutters, you know that, but I'm so glad you're all here with me. Just chilling out, Friday night, living it large. Da-na-na-na. Okay. Right. That's the hair on that one done. We've got some straps here as well. Yeah. And most of them aren't really that hairy, to be honest. Seems like the leaders of the pack are a lot more hairier. But these are all straps as well, so I'm gonna have to paint those up. Oh mate, I like both bands, both Korn and Limp Bizkit. You know, they're different. We complement each other quite well. Actually, I saw both of them live a few years back. That was good. Limp Bizkit was sort of doing a tour just to sort of generate a bit of income because they were about to launch a new album, and then they tagged along with Korn, which was cool. I was massively upset though because like Limp Bizkit, they set the audience up and Korn, like finished it off nicely, but they didn't do their song, In the Family, I think it's called. Yeah, that was a bit of a downer, really. I think everyone in the audience was hoping they were going to perform that song together, and they didn't. That was such a bummer. But yeah, that was a good night in Wembley Arena. That was a really good night. He's on Twitch now. No way. You know what I could do with a cup of tea? Actually, you know what? It's too late for a cup of tea. Just a mug of water would be great. But I'm home alone at the moment, so I don't want to leave you guys hanging on the stream while I go put, go get myself a drink. You know what, that's a wooden stake running through him, so I'm going to paint that in the Dryad Bark as well. There we go. What an interesting thing to have impaled on you. And a little tuft as well. Little beer belly. There we go. You know what? I'll tell you what. Right. If you lot are willing to hang around for 5 minutes without me so I can get a cuppa and a cup of water. And I got decaf tea, so I can enjoy the flavour without the hype. If you're willing just to wait 5 minutes, then I'll go on till 11. So I'll be going on later than my usual time. Because I'm having such fun at the moment, and you lot are being amazing in the chat. So what do you reckon? Another hour for a cup of tea? I can't promise that. Oh, yeah, get my back clicking. something from the pen. Oh dear. Alright lads and gals, I will be right back. Yeah! Woo! There we go, I'm back. Oh, that thing is heavy. It did used to have like 2 lenses, but I once, for a laugh, wore it to airsoft, and it was just like wearing a massive target on my head. Anyway, thank you so much for waiting for me. I really needed to get that cuppa because helps warm up the bones. Didn't go to the bins. Oh, European pickle. Yeah, just tell Josh this is how you dip a biscuit without it falling in your teeth. Oh dear. I'll get back to painting before I'm setting. Oh dear. Oh dear. Anyways, did you just call my my bourbon biscuits a bin scab? What on earth? Oh dear. Oh dear. Hey Lupus, I didn't know you were lurking there. Were you here the whole time? What was it doing? Oh yeah. No, I really needed that cuppa. Just to warm me up a bit. Because when I'm home alone, I'm less likely to stick the heating on. You know, there's no point trying to warm up the whole house just for myself. I might put it on just for a quick burst, just to chill out the air, but I don't really need it too much, you know, like just wearing a jumper and having a cup of tea warms me up enough. Plus I'll be in my nice toasty bed after this show. So good. This music really does remind me, you know, like when you're in the cab, or if you're the designated driver, and you put like Radio 1 on or something on at the weekend, and you just get all this drum and bass and trancey type music. Okay, quite enjoyed watching the dunk. This is YouTube, love, not OnlyFans, okay? Keep the smut to a minimum, please. Dunk revision. Oh yeah, there's all the smut. Lovely. Yeah, taxi music. Lurking lupus. You know, actually, lurking lupus sounds like a medical condition, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm sorry, but I suffer from lurking lupus. Is it? Ah, I made a mess there. Never mind. That's a long, scraggly hair. Like that's, he's got one big strand that goes all the way down to his ankle. Give yourself a trim, mate. Just remembered I got work in the morning as well. I didn't realize. Let's turn it down. I just realized how loud it was. I think she's saying I want to be strong, not I want to be small. But once you said it's I want to be small, like, and you can start hearing it. I don't think it is though. Let's just pop that one off the base, easier to get underneath. Oh dear. Maybe she wants to be a strong alien bin man. as this song says, it's okay now. Okay, right. Ew, tufty tuft under there. These pubic tufts are so annoying to paint. Well, you know what? I think we have sort of yeah. I've kind of had enough of this trancey music now. Let's have something a bit more upbeat now, yeah. Let's have some flamenco. This kind of reminds me of the first Diablo, actually. You know, like when you're outside of the dungeon, you're just walking around the fields and the town, or the village, sorry, and the town. Yeah, it's definitely in that Diablo flavor, isn't it? It's got that unsettling quality to it. Should have gone for the upbeat flamenco. I just clicked on the entire playlist for flamenco, so it's going through all the moods of flamenco as well. bit better. Palate cleansers, man. That's what it's all about. There we go. And yes, I've been calling it have been calling it pubic tufts because I don't want to call it dick hair, you know. That's right. Oh, this is much more like it. Oh dear. The things I do for my fans. Every day is Tomio Day. Hey! Olé! Oh dear. Oh, my boys actually do have a set of castanets in their box of little instruments. By the way, here's another example of how to dip a biscuit into tea, just for pickle. There we go. Not a single bit dropped in. Mate, people have been trying to cancel me since high school. It's fine. Right. No, that's a rookie mistake, tapping the sides. Oh, I don't want a soggy biscuit. I can't because all the tea's gone now. Alright. Oh dear. Oh yes, you lot are gonna love this. This kind of reminds me of Wallace and Gromit. Kind of. Alright, so now I've got some lead belcher and I'm going to be just picking out the little bits of metal that they got attached to them, like the odd hook. I don't think there's really much metal about, to be honest, on these, which is good. You know, it makes that bit of the job a lot quicker. There's the odd ring here and there. Nice little bones jutting out from there. There we go. Hey! No, 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 no. Oh, there you go. It's an advert from Starship Troopers. Would you like to find out more? I'm a citizen. I'm a citizen. Stop. We're citizens. Oh, dear. Right. Yep. That's a bit done. Don't tell Pickle that. Oh dear. Or maybe, you know, like a comedy knockoff of Stargate. I think that would suit it well. This is like montage music now, isn't it? Like, you know, like... You know what I mean? Just missed it. Cool. Come and hang out in the hobby corner with Kev. Kev is also in the corner. Paint some stuff, glue it up and have lots of fun. Rolling dice all day until the sun comes down. Oh yeah. Oh dear. dear. Oh dear, right. We'll let this song play out first and then I'll switch it back to some regular music, alright? Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's what it's all about, you know? Hobby goals, man. Hobby goals. This is the kind of music you'd hear at like Oktoberfest or in Winter Wonderland. You know, like in one of the Bolivian, like the big old Bolivian bars, like where you can get yourself like lots of cool food and stuff, and big old pints of beer, and they got like bands playing all throughout the night. That's what it's all about. There we go. Right. Okay, so the next bit is the longest bit to do, and it is filling out all the bone details with Rakoff flesh. So see, I knew you'd love it. Right, so let's get back into it, shall we? Right, so Rakoff flesh for the bone protrusions. I think the latency on the stream is stretched out a bit over the course of the show, because I think you lot are just getting the show sort of like 20 seconds after everything's happened. So right, that's that done, and then we move swiftly on to the next one. Oh, hang on. What's this? So Goblin Crafts just sent this to me, sent a link, and it's a recycling bin mug. it's a mug. It's like a recycling bin for no reason whatsoever. It's a wheelie bin as well. Why? Oh dear. Well, thank you for that. That's very kind of you. Oh dear. Why would I need? I don't need it. I'll tell you what, right? I'll do one better. You buy it for me. How about that? That's really good. Unfortunately, the puns are not really good. Alright. So yeah, Rakoff flesh, picking out all the bones that they're holding. The little protrusions that they got sticking through the skin. All that fun stuff. They got any bits attached to themselves as weapons. They're quite nasty like that. Right, that's another one. So yeah, this is the more time-consuming part of it, of filling out the details. All of them have got, you know, bones and skulls and stuff, and bits sticking out of their skin. It takes a while to go back to them. There are some that just have like the one or two bits, which is nice, and then the rest is just, you know, like you get like more complicated sculpts where they got like half a skeleton stuck on their back. These are coming along nicely. I reckon I will have them done with plenty of time to spare, which is great because it means I can focus on getting the Lord Arcanum done, because I need to get that done soon. It shouldn't be too hard. I think it's just spray gold, dry brush, and do a shade, and then add the details in. So it should be ready in no time. It's just a random jaw there. Yeah, as you do. As you do. Ilga butt cheeks the bait. Goth DIY. Don't they just paint all the walls black and then leave the light on overnight anyway because they get scared of the dark? Oh, it's giving me night terrors. Because I'm so dark. I remember my goth phase. Very short-lived. I thought it was cool being all, you know, dressed up in black and stuff. And but I quickly realized, you know what? Like, these people are funny because they like, oh, we're not posers. We, you know, we don't want to do what everyone else is doing. We want to be unique. But they're doing what everyone else is doing. You know, like, they want to be unique, but they identify as goth. And it was just like, you know, that's just like they're one of the greatest ironies. Oh dear. Oh, the sun's up in Aussie. Oh dear. No, I wasn't a goth with a tash. No, I couldn't really grow a tash, to be honest. Like, not a convincing one, anyway. Not for a long time. Now it's purely just out of laziness, you know. The only reason why I got that bit of fuzz on my face that I do have is simply because I can't be asked to shave every day. Because it's just too much hassle. And you know, like, when you get this stubble, 5 o'clock shadow, and the following day it's stubble, it's all prickly and horrible. So, you know, I don't bother with that. Too much hassle. Got a little bit of bone here as well. Yeah, that'll do. I didn't have a wallet chain, but I did have a chain on my belt. I had a few chains on my belt actually. Yeah, I didn't like having a wallet because I just felt like it was too easy to get my stuff stolen. So I'd have like ID in one pocket, some cash in the zip up pocket, and then that's it, like bank card in another zip up pocket, and keep it in the wallet. Yeah, nothing wrong being gothic, especially when you're an old git, eh? I don't think anyone's gonna answer that question, Goblin. There we go. It feels good to get these on their way, you know? Like they've just been sitting on my mind for a while now. Like, I've been thinking, when am I going to get these all painted up? Because, you know, it's very easy to let projects pile up, especially when new things come along, and new shiny stuff, and it's real tough to sort of just bring the focus back down. I think once I get these done, I'll feel a lot better. Just got to persevere, man. What are we doing for time? Oh, it's 11. I'm just going to finish up doing these bone bits, and then I think I'll call it there. Because it is a bit late, and I do have work in the morning. Right. It's that one. Alright, these are the ones that are going to take the longest. Oops. These two here, they got so much going on. Because they're from the like the pack leader sort of part of the sprue, so they've got a lot more details. Whoa, dropping frames there. Big old bone coming out of the face there. Like that. Okay, I think that one is done. Alright, we're on the last one. The bone details. He's kind of dragging most of the corpse, so I'm just going to pick out certain bits that I think will still be bone. Gonna put tons of blood for the blood god on this, I reckon. Yeah. See the skin just sloughing off. Here we go with the smut again. The filthy, filthy boys. Right, so I'm just painting this rope as well with the Rakoff flesh because, of course, it's just the right colour for it. Still got bones sticking out the legs, the thigh. Like that. It's coming out the shin there. And then the shoulder. Okay, I think I've got it all. Nice. Stop going on about soggy biscuits. Johnny Faker saying soggy. Soggy! Hey, monkey! Oh dear. Anyways. Hope you all had a good night. I certainly did. It was a right laugh. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It's just, yeah, it's definitely been a good laugh. We got tons done as well. So all it'll be would be picking out the wings on this, and then some details, and then a couple of layers, and then we're done. So I think I should get it done by next week, but you know, I might get distracted again, as we all do with our hobby. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for joining me. As always, I'm here every Friday night at 8 and every Monday night for Mortal Realms playthrough at 8:30. So make sure you don't miss that if you want to get some clarification on the rules and stuff. Or if you're just interested in seeing who can win, myself or myself. And as always, there are plenty of ways to follow me through social media, so the links are in the description below. There are plenty of ways of supporting the channel as well. The best way by far is either go Forbidden Planet to pre-order your issues or magazines or books, or go over to Element Games and use that little code that I've got there as well, so you get yourself some bonus loyalty points as well, because it adds up so quickly, and before you know it, you've got a couple of pots of paint for free. So yeah, well worth it. And yeah, I mean, if you fancy getting yourself some merch, that would be great as well. And let's not forget, there are some fantastic Facebook groups in the description as well, so go check them all out. But by far, check out the Chilling Wargamers network. I am a proud member of the Chilling Wargamers network, and it's just full of amazing people, so please go check it out. And I will leave it there. I should have a video out tomorrow, and then I've got it's a quick update on the Mortal Realms magazines, and then I've got another video on just pushing your flesh eater courts, just that little extra, just doing those couple of little extra bits and pieces that can really make it pop. So look out for that as well. So, you know, if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon as well, so you get notified on when those videos go up. And if you haven't already, throw in a like and maybe a share, who knows. And if you're watching this back and it's not live, then throw in a comment, let me know what you've been up to. And yeah, I look forward to seeing your work on social media and such. If you are on Instagram, do the old hashtag THCKev. That is, you know, like an actual hashtag that I use, and some people use it as well. So if you do that, hashtag THCKev, and I'll be able to see your work on Instagram. So I look forward to that as well. Anyways, I hope you all have a good night. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you Monday. Until then, peace.